Good afternoon students, Jai Sanskar. Now we reach the lesson number 12, reproduction in plant. So in this chapter we are going to read about the mode of reproduction, and we also get the detail about the vegetative parts, reproductive part, asexual reproduction, vegetative propagation, as well as the budding, fragmentation and spore formation. So let's start with the reading. Let's read the lesson and understand this. To produce its kind, its characteristic of all living organism. You have already learnt in the class 6 the production of a new individuals from their parents is known as reproduction. So you have already learned in this class 6 that whenever a person reproduces of its own kind, that is called reproduction. You have already learned this into class 6. But how do plant reproduce? In this chapter we are going to take a detail about the reproduction in a plant. So how the plant reproduce of its own kind. You have generally noted that the new plant comes from the seed, that it's grow from the seed. But how do plant reproduce? There are different mode of reproduction in a plants which we shall learn in this chapter. So let's start with the first point, 12.1, mode of reproduction. In a class 6 you learnt about the different parts of the flowering plant. Try to list the various parts of the plant and write the function of each. Most plants have roots, stems, leaves, and these are the vegetative parts of the plant. See, reproduction is done with the help of the parts that is present into the flower. And which part is present? In vegetative parts, like vegetative parts, there is a root, stems, leaves, etc. vegetative parts. After a certain period of growth, most plant bears flowers. You may have seen the mango tree flowering in a spring. It is these flowers that give a rise to a juice mango fruit and we enjoy in a summer. See guys, after some times when the plant started growing and when it reached to the some extent, you know what happened? Then the flowers comes into the plant, and from that flowers the reproduction take place. Then the new fruit come out from that flowers, and then you can, for example, mango you can have in this summer. We eat the fruits and usually discard the seed. Seed germinate and form a new plants. So what is the function of a flowers in a plant? Flowers perform the function of reproduction in a plant. Flowers are the reproductive part. What happened when there is a seed? From seed the plant grows. From plant trunk, then branches, then leaves, and then flowers come. From that flowers the new fruit grows, and from that new fruit seed comes first, and that seed falls on the ground, and again the new plant is coming from the seed. So this way the process is already going on. So that's why you can say that the flowers are the reproductive parts. There are several ways in which plant reproduce their offspring. These are the categorized into two types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, plant can rise to a new plant without seed, whereas in a sexual reproduction, a new plants are obtained from seed. So there are basically two types of reproduction in a plant. The first one is asexual reproduction and then sexual reproduction. What is the difference between two? The main difference between two is that in an asexual reproduction, there is no seed. Like you can say that banana doesn't have a seed. It just not grow from the seed. And sexual reproduction in which the seed is required. For example, mango, watermelon, etc. Now let's have a detail about the asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, new plants are obtained without the production of seed. Vegetative propagation. It is a type of asexual reproduction in which the new plants are produced from a root, stems, leaves, bud. Since the reproduction is through the vegetative parts of the plant, it is known as vegetative propagation. Now what is vegetative propagation? See, many times you have seen that from one particular part of the plant, the new plant is growing on. So that means that this reproduction is done by that particular vegetation, and that's why it is called vegetative reproduction. still we get this idea about this activity or these things by performing an activity, that is 12.1. Cut a branch of a rose or champa with a node. Node means that chini dandi જેવું હોય છે એની સાથે. This piece of a branch is termed as a cutting. Bury the cutting in the soil. A node is part of the stem or a branch at which the leaf arises. Water the cutting every day and observe its growth. Observe and record the number of days taken for a roots to come out, a new leaves to arise. Try to same activity by growing a money plant in a jar or of water and record your observation. See, what is the best example? Vegetative propagation. The two example is given. The first one is money plant, or you can take this as a rose or a champa. So it is like this. So vegetative propagation, you can do it with the help of example of money plant. You must have seen the flower birds developing into the flowers. You must have seen a flower birds developing into the flowers. Apart from the flower birds, there are birds in the axil. Axil means what? Axil means the point of attachment of a leaf at the node. Where the node finish, the small axil is present, that is attached with the flower. These birds are called the vegetative birds. You can see in a figure 12.2. See guys, first of all let's see the figure 12.1. Here is the bird in the axil. Here is a node. Node એટલે જે દાંડી જેવું હોય છે તે. So now let's read more and understand this. A bird consists of a short stem around which immature overlapping leaves are present. Vegetative birds can also give a rise to a new plant. So all these are very useful because it also gives a rise to a new plant. Now let's perform activity 2 and let's get idea that how from one vegetable another vegetable is reproduced. Take a fresh potato, observe the scars on it with the help of the magnifying glass, which may find bird in them. These scars are also called eyes. Cut the potato into the small portion, each with an eye, and bury them in the soil. Water the peas regularly for a few days and observe their progress. What do you find? Soil. Likewise, you can also grow the ginger and the other or turmeric. See guys, the best example of vegetative propagation is that potato. How potato you can take it as an example? See, because when you take a potato, you just wash it and you can see the black spot on the potato. After keeping it on some days as it is, the small green plant coming out from it, and that is the new plant that you can say. So this kind of propagation is also called vegetative propagation. Two more example of vegetative propagation is ginger and what is another one? Ginger and the turmeric. Then birophyllum. Birophyllum means sprout leaf plant. Has bud in the margins of a leaves. If a leaves of this plant falls most soil, each bud can give rise to a new plant. See what happened? See this kind of leaves is coming out, and when these leaves falls, it gives rise to a new plant. So this is also called vegetative propagation. Roots of some plants can also give a rise to a new plant. Sweet potato and dahlia are examples. So root of some plant, roots, even from roots. Here we have seen that the stem or a part of a fruit from where the new plants is growing. But still there are some plant like dahlia and sweet potato that the new plant grows from their roots. Plants such as cacti produce a new plant when their parts get detached. Detached means छूटा पड़ी जाए છે. From the main plant body, each detached part can grow into the new plant. See, this is the best example of vegetative propagation, that the plant like cacti. Plant like a cacti, what happened when its small twig falls down, or when its any part falls down, from there a new plant rises and it gives a rise to a new plant. Plants produced by vegetative propagation take less time to grow and bear flower and fruits earlier than those produced from seed. See, what do you get to learn here? That the plant which grows by vegetative propagation takes less time to grow, and even the flower and fruits grows on it very faster in comparison to the other plant. The new plants are exact copy of the parent plant as they are produced from a single parent. Later in this chapter, you will learn that the plant produced by sexual reproduction have characteristic of both the parents. Plants produce seed as a result of a sexual reproduction. See, in ahead you will definitely get to learn that in a sexual reproduction both parent like a male parent and a female parent is required for the reproduction. So that's why it is called sexual reproduction. Now let's read about the next point, and that is budding. You have already learned about the tiny organism like a yeast can be seen only under the microscope. This grows and multiply even few hours in a significant nutrition are made available to them. You have already learned this about the tiny organism like yeast. Yeast વિશે તો તમે બધાએ સાંભળ્યું જ હશે કે એક એવું ઓર્ગેનિઝમ છે જે કલાકોમાં ઘણું બધું ગ્રો થાય છે અને એકમાંથી બે, બેમાંથી ત્રણ, બેમાંથી ચાર રીતે રિપ્રોડ્યુસ થાય છે. If sufficient nutrition are made available to them, જો એને sufficient nutrition મળે તો. Remember that yeast is a single celled organism. Let us see how they reproduce. Yeast યાદ રાખવાનું કે એક single cell organism છે. When to reproduce 2 cells organism is required. પણ single cell organism છે તો બી એ reproduce કરી શકે છે. Let us perform activity 12.3. Take a piece of a yeast cake or a yeast powder from a bakery or a chemical shop. Take a pinch of yeast or place it in a container with some water. Add a spoonful of sugar and shake to dissolve it. Keep it on the warm parts of a room after an hour. Put a drop of this liquid on a glass slide and observe under a microscope. What do you observe? You may see the formation of a new yeast cells like you can see in 12.5. See, તમે એક કેકમાં ઈસ્ટ હોય એ અથવા તો કોઈ પણ ઈસ્ટ લ્યો અને પાણીમાં ડૂબાડો અને એને થોડા સમય માટે એમને રાખો. નેક્સ્ટ ડે રૂમ ટેમ્પરેચર પર રાખો. નેક્સ્ટ ડે વોટ હેપન? યુ કેન સી દેટ the new sheet get formatted in like this. So this is a picture of new yeast. So yeast had reproduced of its own kind. The small bud-like a projection coming out from the yeast cell is called bud. So these are the buds. The small formation. The bud gradually grows and detaches from the parent cells and forms a new yeast cell. The new yeast cells grow mature and produce more yeast cells. Sometimes another bud arises from the budding from chain of buds. If this process continues, a large number of yeast cells are produced in a short time. જો આ પ્રોસેસ ચાલુ જ રહેશે આ રીતના બરાબર તો એ થોડા ટાઈમમાં ઘણા બધા યીસ્ટ પાછા પ્રોડ્યુસ કરી લેશે. નાઉ વી રીડ ધ સેકન્ડ પોઈન્ટ, ધ ફોર્મેશન fragmentation. You have seen the slimy green patches in a pond or in another stagnant water bodies. These are the algae. When water and nutrition are available, algae grows and multiplies rapidly by the fragmentation. જ્યારે પાણી અને ન્યુટ્રિશન ભરપૂર પ્રમાણમાં હોય એ જગ્યાએ લીલ એટલે કે આલ્ગીઝ છે એ ખૂબ જ રેપિડલી ગ્રો થાય છે. An algae breaks up into 2 more fragments. These fragments or piece grow into the individual. This process continues. They covers a large area of a short period of time. So you can see that પાણીની અંદર જ્યાં ખાસ કરીને તળાવ હોય છે ત્યાં લીલ બહુ જમા થતી હોય છે જે ઓટોમેટિકલી ડબલ થતી હોય છે. So it is like that. It is working like that. Now let's read about the spore formation. In a chapter 1, you learned that the fungi on a bread piece grow from a spore which are the present in air. Repeat the activity 1.2 and observe the spore in the cotton like a mesh on the bread. When a spore are released, they keep floating in the air. As they very light, they can cover a long distance. See what is spore formation? તમે લોકોએ જોયું હશે. એકચ્યુઅલી ધીસ ઇઝ ધ હાઇડ્રા. હાઇડ્રા મીન્સ પાણીની વનસ્પતિ છે. આવી રીતે સ્પોર થાય ને પછી આવી જ રીતે લીલ જેમાં કન્વર્ટ થઈ જશે. આવું તમે બ્રેડમાં બી જોયું હશે. બ્રેડની અંદર છે એ થોડા સમય પછી એવી રીતે રાખો બ્રેડને તો એક ફૂંગી વળી જાય છે. ફંગી ત્યારે ફંગી ઇટ ઇઝ ઇન અ ગ્રીન ઇન અ કલર અને એક સળેલો પાર્ટ હોય છે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ અ ફંગી. એ ઓટોમેટિકલી હવાના વાતાવરણમાંથી પાણી લઈ અને ઓટોમેટિકલી એની સાથે પ્રોસેસ કરે છે એન્ડ ધેન ધ આલ્ગી પ્રોડ્યુસ the fungi is produced. Spore are the asexual reproduction bodies. Each spore is covered by a hard protective coat to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature, humidity, so they can survive for a long time. What happened when a spore formation reproduction થાય છે ત્યારે એ બી એસેક્સ્યુઅલ રિપ્રોડક્શન છે જેમાં એને બીજા પેરેન્ટલ પ્લાન્ટની જરૂર નથી હોતી. ખાલી ફેવરેબલ કન્ડિશન્સ હોય છે અને ટેમ્પરેચર જો લો હોય છે તો એ થઈ શકે છે. સો દે કેન સર્વાઈવ ફોર અ લોંગ ટાઈમ છે તે લાંબા સમય સુધી સર્વાઈવ કરી શકે. અંડર એ ફેવરેબલ કન્ડિશન્સ a spore germinates and develop into the new individual plants such as moss and ferns also reproduced by a means of spore. જે આ રીતે છે મીન્સ ઓફ સ્પોર એટલે કે સ્પોરના સાધનથી પાછું રિપ્રોડ્યુસ થયા રાખે છે. વોટ ડુ યુ લર્ન ફ્રોમ ધીસ પોઈન્ટ? યુ લર્ન ફ્રોમ ધીસ પોઈન્ટ દેટ ધ વેજીટેટિવ પાર્ટ્સ there are reproductive part, asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, vegetative propagation, what is budding, what is fragmentation and what is spore formation. So here the 12.1 is over. Okay.